Good day, everyone. Thank you, Makonnen, the organizer and host of this event, for having me here. I'm very grateful. Like rightly said, this is my book, Living by the Script, Making the Most of Your Life. It's my pleasure to be here and to see other great Black authors doing great things in their fields. Uh, Life is not, it does not respond to pity, but principles. And like I said in the book at the beginning, I said, if at the end of the day, we all have the chance to reflect on the life we led, the most common question would be, did I make the most of my life? For many, I'm afraid the answer will be no, followed by a pang of regret. I wrote this book actually to develop clarity, to help people develop clarity on the clarity of purpose in order to make the most of their life. You will agree with me that many of those answering no will be those who were well paid, who had well paying jobs, they were rich and comfortable, but deep down in their soul, there was an aching emptiness they couldn't just feel. Why? Beyond their careers and jobs, they had nothing more to live for, nothing noble or greater to dedicate their lives to. You see, life is not a fantasy. Challenges will choke you, and sometimes you find it hard to breathe. This book comprises 10 chapters. Why you are unhappy, the more trap, the things that matter, living by the script, which is the title of the book itself, the spring within, and in the valley of decision, taming your foxes, and so on and so forth. And what I set out to do in the book is to give light to certain existential questions like, why are you unhappy? Why? What are the things that matter in life? Who am I? Why am I here? What am I here to do in life? And so on and so forth. Much more, I prefer principles I believe will help us, will help readers and indeed all of us achieve awesome living. The principles are essential because life, like I said initially, does not respond to pity, but principles. Our universe is based on order, and this truth is established for all to see by reason of the laws that govern our world. We all ask questions as to how we can live life meaningfully. No, indeed, I do not claim an expertise on matters that have to do with life and living. But as an introspective being, I have my thoughts backed up with years of finding answers to some of these questions we all ask. And this is why I've written the book indeed, so that readers and all of us may find answers or something close as we read through the pages of the book. In chapter 1, I talked about unhappiness, which all of us strive to achieve in life. The reason we are unhappy, why we walk on the corridors of depression and struggle to live a fulfilling life. Kindly note that depression is a global issue that needs to be given attention by all and sundry. According to World Health Organization, about 280 million people across the world have depression. And indeed, happiness is one of the preoccupations of man. And that's the essence of all we do. So when this is unattainable, when we cannot achieve happiness, when we are not happy, then we are not far from being depressed. So in chapter 2, I talk about more trap, the more trap. Why are we stuck in the cycle of wanting more? It is not an argument that wanting more is not good, but it is just to set things straight, that we should maintain the balance between ambition and contentment. As we read further, you will also journey through the pathway of essence. the things that matter most in life. You may want to ask, what are the things that matter to you? But I say you must deliberately invest time and energy in your relationships, even above your careers and jobs. Of course, it's good to focus on your jobs and careers, but you agree with me that relationship is far, far better than jobs and career in some respect. If you agree with me, then I say no celebration is complete without having friends and family to share it with. So try as much as possible not to let your relationship suffer. Uh, I also talked about intrinsic motivation, the need to find your drive within. No better motivation can drive a person that is greater than inner fulfillment. When sound decisions, um, especially when you are in the valley of decision making. So as you journey through the book as well, you also find pragmatic steps for you to follow to tame your foxes. Of course, we all have weaknesses, and no one wants to get to the top and fall because you didn't take care of some weaknesses in your life. So in conclusion, I understand that it is not easy to stay true to principles. Nipsey Hussle once said, it sounds simple telling people to work hard and never quit. But to really execute and demonstrate those principles takes discipline and faith. I said discipline and faith. Those are the two factors that I believe separate the good from the great and successes from the failures. So it is easier to set standards and still fall short of them. But by the time you are done reading this book, living by the script, making the most of your life, you must not settle for a life of mediocrity. You can make the rest of your life the best of life. This book is available on Amazon and okadabooks.com. It's also available on my publisher's website, the Roaring Lion Newcastle.com. Also at Robin Heights Bookstore. Thank you for having me once again. My name is Deji Ajibade, the author of Living by the Script, Make the Most of Your Life. Thank you, Makonnen.